Hello, let's try that again. Hello and welcome to this latest Elite Dangerous video from Commander Lucosa. I believe this is something like video 61. So, Jesus Christ, there's a fucking lot of them. Anyway, the reason this video is being done is because I'm not doing a Twitch broadcast tonight. Although I've said from the start that my Twitch broadcasts are always going to be an irregular thing, they seem to have fallen into some sort of pattern, and the Thursdays and the Sundays are always the days when I'll do them. But I mean, it's Sunday today and I'm not doing one today for the simple reason that well, anyone outside the UK may not be aware of it, but we're approaching Guy Fawkes night, which means that every fucking night, especially around this area, there are always fireworks going off. So the whole video is going to be interrupted with loads of bangs and everything from fucking fireworks being lit off by shysters in the street. And so I figured I'm not going to bother doing one this week. I probably won't bother doing one Thursday either, so I'll end up doing another one of these instead. So it means that I'm now doing one in the daytime, because I don't think even on Sunday I don't think I'm going to get too many viewers on a Twitch broadcast on a actual daytime one. So yeah, I'm not going to bother with that. So we get this video instead. So let's begin with our usual little rundown, which is to check out our status. And not a great deal has changed. The first thing you'll notice though is that my balance has gone up a nice amount. I'm back up to 1,373,449. Now there are several reasons for this. I've been doing plenty of trades, I've been doing plenty of bulletin missions, but a fair old chunk of that came about as a result of me selling me Eagle. I'm not using it. I almost certainly won't use it for quite some time, because my ultimate goal is to get the Imperial Clipper. Now, getting that ship is probably going to be rather difficult. I thought it would be fairly easy, but that is of course because Beta 3 has rather lulled me into a bit of a false sense of security. Because I started off with 16 million credits and the Imperial Clipper is only around 22 million to buy, so I thought, okay, I only need another 6 million, that should be easy. But of course raising 6 million credits is not easy. It takes a fair bit of grinding, and the missions don't pay out anything like as much as they did in Beta 2, unless you take one of these ridiculous missions where you have about 5 minutes at the most to get to your destination. And even though I'm relatively quick, I think, getting from one station to another, I'm not that quick. So I can't do the high paying ones, or at least not at the moment. I did find one which I could certainly do, but then the game fucked up when I took it, and instead of getting the 93,000 credit payout, I actually ended up with a 43,000 fucking fine. Anyway, that seems to have been fixed, that problem, hopefully. So anyway, so I'm still working towards getting the well, apparently I need just over 8 million credits to be able to part exchange me ASP for an Imperial Imperial Clipper. So that's my ultimate goal, but I am quite some way off that. Oh, excuse me. Right. Kills are still at 1,668, largely because every time I get interdicted I always just go ahead and evade it. I may need to give a try towards actually, confronting whoever's interdicting me, because I did try out my weapons loadout on a ship that was being fired at just outside the docking station, and I'm not 100% convinced that it's particularly good. We'll go over that in just a second. Right, modules you don't really need to worry about. It's the same with fire groups. Well, there they are if you really want to see them. Pause it and look at them and then unpause it again. Cargo, my capacity is now up to 120. That is the absolute maximum I can have. I have no room to install any other cargo bay or cargo racks. Actually, that's not strictly true. I could install more, but it would mean replacing parts that I do not want to replace at all, so I'm not going to do that. Now, if I show you my ship loadout, I'm quite pleased with the loadout that my ship has at the moment, apart from perhaps the weapons. So point defence turret and heat sink launcher means I'm okay there. In fact, when I tried out my beam lasers now, I didn't have any trouble with my ship overheating, so I may not need the heat sink launcher, so I may be able to replace that with something a bit more useful. But we'll see after I take on another vessel and see what that does. Frame shift, wake scanner and kill warrant scanner I haven't used. Shock horror. Now the weapons, this is where I'm a bit uncertain. The overcharged beam lasers, which are gimbaled, they should do a decent amount of damage, but they're not very accurate despite being gimbaled. So yeah, I'm not too sure about them. And the multi-cannons, again, these are gimbaled. I wish they were overcharged, but no, they're not. I think that's part of the problem with them. They didn't seem to do a great deal of damage. I know the damage levels for multi-cannons has been reduced in Beta 3, but I don't quite know by how much. So, yeah, I'll have to wait and see with those. And, of course, that also means the same has happened with the multi-cannon turrets. And of course I have no control over those things, so they were firing away like a good one against this. It was only a Sidewinder I was firing against, and yeah, I mean I succeeded in driving him away. The trouble is all he did was head straight to the docking station, which then blew him out of the sky, and I didn't get any credits for it as a result. But down here is where we start to get to the parts that I'm happier with. I haven't been able to do anything with the bulkheads, and I'm almost certainly never going to be able to. I mean, 5.3 million just for the reinforced alloys, no. I would want military grade composite, but by the time I can afford them, I can also afford to get shot on this ship and get me Imperial Clipper. So yeah, the lightweight alloy's staying. Reactor plant is C5. I would like better, but A, I can never find one, and B, okay, now I have found one, but then you get the other problem, which is they're always too fucking expensive. 5.1 million. Again, by the time I've got that much, I'll only be 3 million shy of the Imperial Clipper, which is far more important, I think. Now the thrusters A5, don't need to worry about looking at them, I've got the best. Frame shift drive C5 again. I would like a B5, give myself a bit more range. I could afford it, although it would really bring my balance down. So I'm not sure I really want to do it. As it is, it's not a priority. There is something that I do want quite badly. I'll come to that when I get to it. Life support is not it. I'm not really sure why I got the C4. I think the only reason I got it was because it lowered the mass. But now I don't need to worry about that well, I'll come to that as well. Power distributor is the best I can have, A4, so I don't need to worry about that. Sensors, I have the D4s. I definitely remember I got them purely because I would save mass. These sensors look pretty good. Optimal range of 7 kilometers, but I'm not paying 1.24 million for fucking sensors, no matter how good they are. Fuel tank is unchanged. This cargo rack, finally found somewhere that did 64 ton cargo rack, so I got that for that one. Now the shield generator, you'll see, has gone up to the 6 slot here. So I've got a D6 shield generator. I got that in place of the B5 that I used to have. Again, I would like a more powerful shield generator, but the fact that I have a class 6 one anyway means, you know, I'm okay with that. I've got no problem. So replacing it really isn't an issue. So this cargo rack here is at 32, that's the best it can be. This cargo rack with all 3 of these cargo racks that are all 8, again, they're the best they can be. I did have a fuel scoop which I replaced. I've never used it, so I couldn't tell you how good it was. I also had a shield cell bank. Again, I replaced it without using it, so again, I can't tell you how good it was. Stop doing that. Right, this the detail surface scanner. I'm fairly sure you need this to be able to scan the various planets or stars that you encounter when you're going exploring. Which means you now have to shell out an extra 250,000 to be able to explore. That's not so good, but you now get a lot more credits per successful exploration. That's the good news. So I decided to get one of those, and I'll keep them because I will be doing a bit of exploring, largely because I have to. We'll cross that bridge when we inevitably come to it. And I've been able to update or upgrade my basic discovery scanner to an intermediate one, but I really want the advanced one. That's the one that I'm particularly keen to get hold of. But just as always, I've never been able to find one anywhere since since I got to the stage where I needed it. When I didn't need it, I found them everywhere. Now I do need it, no fucking sign of it. So let's decide on where we're going. Actually, we'll go to the old galaxy map and see where we're going. We are currently here at 61 Ursa Majoris. Now, somewhere around here, I can't remember exactly where it was, there is a system that sells the Imperial Clipper, and that's despite the fact we're nowhere near Imperial territory, so I was quite pleased to find that, if I can remember where it was. There are also around here an awful lot of planets that either haven't been discovered or been explored by me, or have nothing there. These 2 here I went to purely to explore them because I can now get a decent amount of credits for exploring, so I decided to do that. And also there are now a lot of missions that will take you to planets that you haven't yet explored, which you'll easily be able to spot because they look like this when you move the cursor over them. Doesn't give you the option to check the system view. If you go to the info panel, it tells you absolutely... Okay, now it does tell you something, so obviously I have been there. Right, let's try this again with somewhere I definitely have not been, if I can find anywhere. Right, Denebula, I've not been there. So, no description or nothing, and you can't check out the system view. But if we go to the view here, we should be able to see, yes, there are commodities that it's trading coming out of it. So there is definitely a station of some kind there. Now I want to check if there's any... How far is that system? Okay, I can definitely reach it with full cargo hold, so let's see if there's anything I can take there. We'll use this as a reason to go there. There's plenty of consumer items going to Mullag, but I've already been there because in fact that's where I was prior to coming here, so... Looks like there's bugger all coming from 61 Ursa Majoris to the Nebula. I'm almost certainly pronouncing a lot of these systems wrong, because half the time I look at them thinking, how the fucking hell are you supposed to pronounce that? Yeah, there's bugger all. Isn't that typical? Okay, I mean, it doesn't even tell you what kind of system the Nebula is, so you have to try and work it out from what stuff they send out. And it's sending out metals, so I have a funny feeling it's going to be, but not minerals, so I think it's going to be a refinery. Or a refinery or an industrial, but it's also sending out chemicals and engineered ceramics, so yeah, I think it's going to be a refinery. Now we are at an industrial, and I can't for the life of me remember what this place sends out. Not a lot by the looks of it. If I can't go straight to the Nebula, then going to Ross 905 might be worthwhile. If I can take anything there. It don't look like I'm taking anything to that fucking place either. Oh, here we are, right. So I can take clothing or domestic appliances. Ah, that sounds familiar. Okay, we'll look in Ross 905, and if it's the place I'm thinking, I will take clothing, because although it says I can take domestic appliances, if I do, I lose money on them. Morukov platform. Sounds vaguely familiar. I think I have been here before. So Ross 905 it is. It's locked in this very fucking stuttery version as it is today, because I'm making the mistake of trying to play this on a Sunday when it always is really stuttery and fucking bordering on the unplayable. Let's see if there are any missions there. No, they're buying in. It looks like it's all buying stuff in. There's nowhere actually going anywhere. Well, this one is, but that's going to Pliny, which is nowhere near where I'm going. Right, so, okay, I'm not taking clothing because I haven't got any. Well, their domestic appliances are cheap enough. Maybe this isn't the place I'm thinking of then. Right, let's risk it. 120 tons of domestic appliances. Obviously Ross 905 is must be in a pretty bad way. They need 120 tons of like food blenders and stuff.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
What a surprise, someone in the way. Morgan Detritus. What a fucking poncy name. It's almost as bad as calling yourself something like, I don't know, Lucosa. Mind you, at least I got this name from Doctor Who, so it does have a sci-fi connection. Let's get him off the sensors anyway.
Scan detected.
There is Ross 905. Now I have gone on record as to saying that Beta 3.03 does now start to feel like a finished product, or it's getting there. Now admittedly the only, I said that at the Elite Bastards forum, which means the chances are only like 3 people have actually seen it. And one of those is likely to be Wazman, who holds the crown of being the biggest cunt in the internet community. So, Yeah, so, but I do stand by it. It does start to, it is certainly starting to feel like it's getting there. It's not flawless by any stretch of the imagination. It does still have some issues, most notably the diabolical stuttering that it suffers from, which is ridiculous in some places. In fact, it's ridiculous in a lot of places. That desperately needs to be fixed. I have a feeling though that Frontier Developments are going to wait for Nvidia to sort that out rather than do it themselves. I'm also pretty sure that, you know, we've got a lot more coming aside from all the various other ships still to be added and the increase in playing size. I think there's a lot more still to come, but I don't know what they are. Oh, and the external views, I'm sure that's still to come. Although, still don't seem to know how it's going to be implemented. I would like to see it done, oh, for fuck's sake, here we go. I would like to see it done, I would like to see the game actually work, for starters. Look at this, you cunting thing. Right, where was I? External views, that's it. I'd like to see it implemented in the same way that it was in Frontier. So, you know, you just push one key and then you can take a look at the exterior of the ship, you know, move around it, zoom in and out. But I would like to see it done in a way so that you can't control the ship at all if you're looking at the exterior view. So you have to then check out or return to the ship interior if you want to actually do anything other than, you know, flying in whatever direction you happen to be going in when you press the key to check out the exterior. So that's how I think it should be done. Chances are nobody else is going to agree with me, but that's what opinions are there for. That's my one. Hang on. Got that.
Scan detected. Request granted.
Yeah, see, when you get this, the fucking stuttering approaching a docking station, that's when it gets utterly ridiculous. You know, you're trying to dock and then you get like whole, you know, entire seconds, sometimes as long as 2 or 3 seconds, where nothing's fucking moving on the screen. And next thing you know, you've ploughed into the side of a fucking tower or something within the station. That was a twitch from me. So yeah, it's fucked up as far as you know, how well it moves. So just as I predicted when Beta 2 came along and when the new drivers came along from Nvidia, they brought out drivers that meant Beta 2 ran great. So then on Frontier Developments completely changed the fucking graphics engine yet again, and suddenly those drivers aren't doing a single fucking thing. I wouldn't be at all surprised. Well, we're going to make a profit here, not a huge one, but it's still a profit, so I'm happy with it. But yeah, I wouldn't be at all surprised if Nvidia said, well, you know, what's the fucking point in us developing the drivers, you know, specifically for the game if you're just going to come along and change it again, so we're not going to bother doing anything until the finished game's out, then we'll do it. Which means that us beta testers who are using Nvidia cards are probably going to have to put up with this bullshit stuttering performance for at least another month and a half, which is just fucking ridiculous. The price on gold is low, 8,940 to buy, and the galactic average is 9,737. I might risk buying gold, taking it on somewhere. Let's see where we can go. Yeah, okay, I didn't really mean to do that. Here we go. Well, there's good old Denebula. It's quite close. Is it worth the risk? I'm thinking it might be. Mind you, they're exporting metals, they're not importing any. Right, how the fucking hell do you pronounce that? Sotakahwan Wang. Well, I pronounced Wang alright. They really didn't think that name through, did they? Might check that one out in a bit, just because it looks so fucking stupid. Alright, now... that place is also export. Everywhere around here is fucking exporting metals, but to where? Well, there's plenty. They're importing a fair few. LHS 295 there is exporting a fucking slew of them. Right, well, Denevler isn't exporting gold. Is it worth it though, taking the risk of sending gold there when they don't import metals anyway? No, I don't think it is. Depends if there's anything that this place does send there. Machinery to Denevler. Looks like machinery is the only thing it does. Fucking hell. LFT 859 certainly sends out a load of narcotics. Must be a Rastafarian colony or something. Also food there. So, machinery. What machinery? Mineral extractors. Okay, so chances are deliberate as an extraction then. That's it, mineral extractors. Okay, we'll take a load of them then. Now, when we need to do exploring, it's not a good idea to do missions there. Depends on whether or not there are any of them that have a long time to complete them in. Oh well, it's fuck all over anyway. Right, there's our mineral extractors. There we are. 584, 694 is the average, so it's well below. 70,080 to buy in. It's a fair few. And I didn't lock it in. Yes, I did lock it in. See, I knew I had. Right, let's go. Get ready to do a bit of exploring. Now, with the intermediate scanner, the range of that thing is somewhere in the region of 1,000 light seconds. So it's not fantastic, but it's not too bad. I mean, the advanced one has a range of at least 14,500. That I wouldn't mind. In fact, I should have fucking checked. I knew I'd forgotten something. I was supposed to check to see if this place had an advanced scanner. Although getting one of them would leave me with only about 300,000, I would still get it because it will certainly help with raising credits. It's fucking raining so much, and because it's humid as well and not that warm, my arthritis is fucking horrific, especially in my shoulder. pills. I can see we're out of match lock range, but at the moment I've got something more important to deal with. Oh. Right, let's go.
Drive charging.
There's a new star type. That looks pretty good. Alright, let's explore that one. That does look quite impressive actually. That should be an extremely hot star then, because it looks like a white blue. A3. Now, I don't know if you, well, I mentioned this already, I don't know if you need the detailed surface scanner. If you don't, then I suspect you probably just won't get as many credits for your scans. 13, that's not bad. Right, here we go. Should make a decent amount of credits from doing this little lot. You'll have no doubt noticed that your scanner now makes a lot more noise when you finish doing the scan. It now sounds like some sort of intergalactic foghorn. And they sound like that no matter which scanner you've got, so it's not just because I have the intermediate. I'm not planning on actually landing here. I just want to, I just want to get close enough to explore the fucking thing. Slow it down a bit. Once I've explored everywhere, I can then check out the data that I've got and see which docking station I need to go to. Now there are certainly some moons around these two planets, I'm sure of it. Right, this is two planets orbiting each other like Pluto and Charon do. Another unexplored up ahead. A3. Right, let's check out this one. This one is obviously a lot smaller. This must be a moon. Probably need to get to within about 10 light seconds before it will be able to scan it. Even closer than that. This must be really small, this thing. Here we go. Two gas giants with ring systems, or at least I assume they're gas giants if they've got rings. They're very close to the the star. Right. Well, that's, I think, almost all of this area. Yeah, so where's this? Oh, this one's way down here. It's a moon around this planet. So these planets are all quite close to each other by the looks of it. Trouble is, the rest of them are not. Okay, there's actually more than one sun here. Just noticed that. I suspect I won't have discovered the other sun. I doubt that I've got the range in this with this intermediate scanner. Okay, so that's all this area. Level A3, A1 and A2 done. Now the rest are all a fair distance away. Now is that one? Yeah, that's A that I've already discovered. I need to slow down. Okay, starting to get somewhere now. I'm guessing this is a fair old size, this gas giant. We were able to start scanning it at about 800 light seconds away. Right, slow down a bit. In fact, let's come to a halt. See what else is here. Right. This looks like it's quite a complex system. There's quite a few stars, or moons rather, around it, which is handy. I better not have been decelerating too slow there. Looks like I got away with it. This one could be a reasonable size, this moon. I think it looks better, or worked better, when it was labelled them as unknown rather than unexplored. Like, yeah, there's even a bloody moon orbiting this moon, unless these are two orbiting each other. Looks looks like they may not be the only one. Right, that's that one done. Sure we're in range to do this one, yeah. Right, now there was another one around here that I was getting close to passing altogether. Okay, I don't think that's the closest one. Let's get the closest ones out of the way first. Okay, yeah, I was right, this is another one that has a moon orbiting a moon. I should rack up a decent amount of credits doing all this lot, which is a good job because I'm going to use up an awful lot of fuel out here. So that's the Nebula A4DA. Name that just rolls off the tongue, eh? Let's check out this one. Nicely in range already. I have a feeling this is going to be the Nebula 2. Or the Nebula A2. Oh, hang on, no. The Nebula A42, I think, yeah. So I told you, the Nebula A4B, just as I predicted. Right. Last one for this planetary system, I think. Oh, you fucking cunt. That better not mean that I've lost all the stuff that I had scanned, because I'm going to be really fucked off if that's the case. It doesn't look like it's going to let me start up again. So what I'm going to do is exit the game and restart it. Now for some reason the microphone goes silent when I say, or when I exit the game, so I'm going to shut up for a minute and we'll restart it and see what happens. Right, I think you should be able to hear me again now. Lucky you. Let's see what happens here. I knew playing on a Sunday daytime was going to be a bad idea because it was unreliable at the best of times, let alone this sort of time where the internet traffic is always at its worst. There we see the Imperial Clipper, the ship that I'm after. I mean, it looks awesome, but the looks was the last thing I was really that fussed about. The fact that it's an Imperial ship is the reason I want it. fuck for that. It's got almost everything. Just that one Denebula one there. I've also got all my fuel back. Well, that's not bad. There you go, so silver linings and all that business. I'll tell you what I bet I haven't got though. I bet I haven't got all my fucking data. Just thought about that. It's going to do something to piss me off, I know that much.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
So when I sell the data here, I bet it's only going to be for the few planets that I managed to do during this go, and not for the whole area. Let's see if there's anything else it may have missed. Unlikely, but... Okay, scan has begun. Let's stop here. You don't actually come to a complete stop. You're still doing 30 kilometers per second, even when you're, well, supposedly, well, it's not so much a standstill, but it's as close to a standstill as you can do while you're still in Super Cruise mode. 30 kilometers a second is still pretty good. Alright, so there's that done. And it looks like that's everything in this system. So, let's now go to the system map, which will no doubt take half a fucking hour to appear. More or less. That's the one I can't get to because I don't know where it is. Let's see which system has the... it's this one. Volkov Dock has the commodities board. So that's where we're going. There it is. Yeah, the one that's furthest from us. That'll be right. So that'll make it easy to spot if we've lost credits from that disconnection for our scan data, because if it was only for one planet it will be considerably less than if it was for the whole system. And you make a hell of a lot more in exploration and planetary scanning now than you did in Beta 2. So even scanning one planet will probably make more than scanning a whole system did in Beta 2, but nevertheless I'm not going to want to... oh, fucking hell. I'm not really in the mood for putting up with interdictions, but I can't even find the escape vector. There it is. And I can't get to it. There we go. Yes, okay, I admit I should really do some so I can test my weapons load on this ship, but I want to know if I've got my planetary data, so they can piss off. If I was in a system where I haven't scanned it and think I may have lost it all, then I would do it. Now, I've seen that it is possible for an interdiction to come along and for you to be interdicted but not take damage to the hull when you leave Super Cruise. I don't know how it's done despite having watched the video where it happened, because to me it looked like the player, it was Commander Phoenix D Fire, did exactly the same thing that I do when I'm avoiding interdictions altogether. So I don't know what he did differently. The only thing I can think is possibly the reason is that he was in a different ship. He was in an Eagle, I think he was. I've always been avoiding them in the Asp. I don't think I got interdicted in the Eagle, or if I did, I just let it happen. Same with the Sidewinder. Back then, I didn't know you could avoid them. And this bloody Volkov dock is in seriously shallow orbit. It's within the ring system. In which case, it's a good job I'm approaching it from this angle. And of course, all these rings means that, you know, the thing's barely fucking moving, which means escaping this interdiction is going to be nigh on impossible. Because I can't fucking see what I'm doing. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I'm not going to avoid it. Oh, okay. This is going to be fucking close if that stuttering don't fuck off. Alright, there we go. Still managed to evade it though. Fuck knows how. Right, so a complex ring system around a rocky planet. I'm still not convinced that that's possible. Let's hurry up and fucking land here. I think this is just going to be another outpost. This didn't look like it was anything else. We're in range now.
Request granted.
I hope that is platform 3. I keep saying platform. I hope that landing pad that's right ahead of us is number 3. If it was platform, I'd be waiting for one that's 9 3/4. And yes, I've just mentioned saying about Harry Potter, which means you are legally obliged to fucking shoot me for being such a twat.
Warning, landing gear not deployed.
Wow, I made a right
deployed.
fuck up of that. Alright. Good job I haven't got a timer here, because I'm making a right fuck up of this.
Docking
There we
successful.
go.
Engines disengaged.
Refuel was only 74, I tell you what, it wouldn't have been that fucking little otherwise. Let's see how much I will make. Okay, it is all of them. 4,475. If it had only been the one planet, it would have been just over 1,000. So yeah, as you can see, scanning systems makes you a lot more credits than it used to. Probably 10 times as many as it would have done in Beta 2. I can't even remember what cargo I brought. Mineral extractors, that's it. Well, not a massive profit, but it'll do. And last I've reached 1.4 million. So only another 6,424,000 to go. Yeah. Well, their price on semiconductors and polymers are both pretty good. That might be the one to get. Let's also see if they have any missions. Pleasantly surprised, they do have some. Well, let's take a look and see where to go next. Yeah, I forgot it. What's Xavier like? Industrial, like here. Oh no, this is a refinery. LFT 859, agriculture. Well, that's could be useful. And it looks like it doesn't need exploring either. Fuck for that. So that's the one with the commodities board, Stross City, which looks like it's going to be an Ocellus. Certainly plenty of space bodies here. Right, we'll go there then. They import hydrogen fuel, pesticides and agri-medicines according to that list, but that list is nearly always wrong. So let's check this one. Yeah, so where I am now does export a lot of these engineered ceramics, but none of them to LFT 859. No, that's not coming from us. Ah, that must be the Rastafarian place I was talking about earlier. Wow, this place, the only thing it imports from us is waste. Big fucking deal. I imagine it's bio-waste. Yes it is. Okay, for a minute I thought it was saying it was scrap. Well, I'm not going to make fuck all on bio-waste, so I'm not going to bother with this place. Right. Can't see that one. Weapons, it's coming from a different system. Machinery, fucking this place is a right waste of time. Fucking hell. I can't find anywhere. Alright, let's try missions then. This means going somewhere where it's probably in a completely opposite direction of where I want to go. Well, there's one to LFT 859, we don't pay a lot. This one's only got 20 minutes. It's well within my range, 7.85 light years. Ross 905. Have I been to Ross 905? Is it a place that I will need to scan? More to the point, will I be able to fucking see it anywhere? There it is. And I don't need to scan it, which means I've probably been there before. Morikov platform is the place to go. Alright, well, let's have a look if there's anything I can take to this place. No, I think is the answer to that. Let's Good job I made credits from the fucking scanning of the nebula, because don't look like I'm going to make fuck all else for out of this place. I'll text that out. No, it's not going there. Right. The mission only. And I've been fart arsing around for a while, so I've now only got 18 minutes to do it. Anyone else going to 905? No. 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 Okay, so no they're not. Right, let's piss off while we can.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
I'm a man on a mission, so let's get out of here as quickly as possible. Here we go.
Drive charging.
Shit, I can't remember the name of the platform. Morikov platform. For once I was right to say platform.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There she is, bloody close, so let's slow down. If I'd known she was that close, I would have waited around to see if any more missions had turned up. Actually, I'm not sure that was a good idea.
Request granted.
I should have just put more power into the engines, but it is already at maximum. That's probably why I was overshooting everything all the time. Oh, I'm not going to get up here in time either.
Detected.
Oh, an unorthodox way of getting to the entry port, but we did it.
Landing gear deployed.
Now, I've been recommending to Commander Layton, who quite understandably has become rather disillusioned with Elite Dangerous, that he should give this Beta 3 a try because it's improved so much. But the stuttering is so horribly ridiculous and you know, undone everything that NVIDIA did.
Engines disengaged.
But I'm starting to have second thoughts.
Fly smart. Fly safe. Reduce your speed inside the docking bay.
Okay, so just under 5,000 for that one. And oh, that was it, wasn't it? I didn't take any commodities. Yeah, because they didn't have fuck all. Alright. Well, there's a few trading runs. Oh, I think that's enough for this video. Largely because I suspect I'm going to be disconnected again sooner rather than later, with it being a Sunday. And the stuttering when heading towards plants and docking stations is getting on my tits to the point where I really don't feel like playing this too much more at the moment. So that means this is a pretty good place to end the video, because otherwise all you'll get is me complaining, for a change, and saying that I'd rather be somewhere else than here. So yeah, here we go. There's beta 3, or a bit more of it. A stuttering mess that could be really good if it actually ran okay. So you can't have everything, can you? So that's that one. This is Commander Glucosa signing off.